I have some friends who have several children, and one of them has this notion. I'm not sure where he gets it, but I'm not taking any blame. And he has this notion that when I was much younger in seminary, I was entering the chapel in the morning, and I dipped my hand into the holy water font where I was bitten by a radioactive spider. And ever since that day, I have been the one, the only spider priest. No idea where he got that. We have lots of stories, lots of very creative, imaginative stories, movies and characters and so forth, and backstories. And you laugh because you've heard of Spider-Man and the radioactive spider. My middle name is Aloysius. And my middle name is Aloysius because my dad's middle name was Aloysius, and I'm Junior. And his father's name was Aloysius. But when I was preparing for confirmation in 8th grade, I had to explain who this patron saint is before the age of Siri and internet. And I discovered in a book there is more than one Saint Aloysius. And I didn't know what to do. Which one am I looking for? I have no idea what I put down as an 8th grader preparing for confirmation about my patron saint. But when I was 22 years old, I moved from Scranton, Pennsylvania to Rome to continue studies toward priesthood. And at the end of my first year, on June 21st, 1991, I was in the church of San Ignazio, in front of the tomb of Saint Aloysius Gonzaga, on the 400th anniversary of his death. Saint Aloysius Gonzaga was a Jesuit seminarian studying for the Society of Jesus. He was in Rome for his studies, and there was a plague that erupted in Rome, in Europe, in that time, 1590, 1591. So Aloysius, outside of his class time, went out into the city, caring for people who were sick with the plague, sometimes leading them, sometimes carrying them off to the hospital, until he himself contracted the plague and died at the age of 23 in Rome in 1591. On the 400th anniversary of his death, I was a seminarian studying in Rome. I was 23 years old, and I was concerned that my time in Rome might be fatal. So Aloysius Gonzaga and I bonded instantly. And every time I returned to the city or left the city, I would stop by and visit his tomb and pray for his help, his protection, his companionship. He became not just an inspiration, but a companion through seminary. There's a marker on a building in Rome near the Colosseum that used to be a hospital. And on the marker on the building, it describes St. Aloysius Gonzaga with the words, Angelo di purezza e martire di carità, angel of purity and martyr of charity. No one has ever even imagined using those words to describe me. But I'm very fond of having a friend like that. I'm very grateful for his friendship. Today, we know an awful lot about the stories of superheroes. And their movies make lots and lots and lots of money. I've seen many of them. But there are other heroes, often overlooked, sometimes forgotten. And they're the heroes who really desire our friendship. They desire our companionship. And oftentimes they find us. So think about, who's the saint whose place in your life stands out? Not just for the sake of a nice, inspiring story, a good example, but for the sake of friendship, a real and deep personal connection. Someone you can visit, someone you can talk to, and expect that that conversation will make a difference. The saints are real people. And we just don't have enough time in this Mass for me to talk about Mary and Francis of Assisi and Padre Pio and Teresa of Calcutta. Great, great friends. This space right here between these walls is a free space insulated from all the rancor and the noise that envelops us outside. It's a place of rest and a place of friendship. People have heard this gospel 1,000 years ago. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed are the pure in heart. And inexplicably, inside of them welled up this answer, this affirmation. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. I want to be poor in spirit. I want to be pure of heart. I want to be as meek and humble as Jesus. And when they were overcome by that beauty, God supplied friends, companions, to help them to be carried in the outpouring grace and love of God, and to fear no limits, to have no hesitation, just to be themselves in grace. I'm not going to be Aloysius Gonzaga. I'm not going to be John Paul II. Not going to be John Vianney. I have to be plain and simple Jim Rafferty, which is not terribly exciting. But to be Jim Rafferty in the grace that God pours out day after day, to live in that grace, that companionship, that love that He shares, and to walk with others who just wanted to be with God and to share Him. talk to those companions that God has given you. Let them inspire, but most of all, let them love you. Let them love you as one friend loves another. Let them help us